Hey, and thanks for joining me in today's video. I want to talk a little bit about how to get the neck to come over the mid-back and why stretching out your levator scapula or releasing your levator scapula is actually a pretty bad idea. So what is the levator scapula? It's a muscle that goes into the top 4 vertebrae in your neck, and it anchors to the top of your shoulder blade here on both sides. Commonly, people feel a lot of pain in this area, and what they try to do to remedy that is they do trigger point massage or they do stretching, and they're trying to tone that muscle down. But the reason that muscle is so toned up is because these front neck muscles that we talked about, called the sternocleidomastoids, which go from the mastoid process, the bone right behind your ear, that's part of your cranium, and then your sternum and clavicle, collarbones here, it pulls the head back as it pulls the whole neck forward, and that's a forward head posture. We don't like that, and we talked last video how once you get the bottom half back, then you need to get the head to roll down, stretching those SCMs at the mastoid process, and then pulling the neck back over the mid-back so you're aligned ears, shoulders, hips, etc. Okay, so by turning on the levator scapulas, we're going to shut off these sternocleidomastoids, because the levator scapula is what attaches to those vertebrae and can actually pull those back over the mid-back. So as long as you know how first to shift back through your mid-back using the serratus anterior muscles, your next step is to learn how to pull back the neck with the levator scapulas. Now, how do we do that, right? This is a very simple technique that you can use to learn how to translate your cervical vertebrae backwards using your levator scapula. So you're going to take a TheraBand and you're going to put it right below your base of your skull. So you feel these 2 little knobs here in the center, and then you'll feel a central knob right below those, and that's where the middle top of the band will go. Then you're going to apply a slight resistance forward against the band, and that band's now covering about 4 levels, which is where the levator scapula is on the cervical spine. And so you're going to get your mid-back to go backwards. Okay, had a nice little pop there, that was cool. And then once that's backwards, look down with your head to stretch out those SCMs by tilting the mastoid process up and forward. And then keep your eyes and head down as you pull back with just your neck into the resistance of the band gently, without moving your mid-back into extension at all. So you're going to keep that backwards and then pull back with just the neck, and then try to maintain that position. You take this away, you should be perfectly aligned, ears, shoulders, hips, and now you have no more forward head posture. So let's talk about what would happen if you stretched those levator scapula or release them. So you stretch or release them, these cervical vertebrae are able to come forward. Okay, that means that the pull of the SCMs has nothing to counteract it, so you're not going to shut off the front of your neck, and you're looking at a forward head posture. Okay, so lesson of today is use levator scapulae muscles to pull back those cervical vertebrae. Levator scapulas don't need to be stretched. They're already being stretched too much by an overactive front of your neck, particularly these sternocleidomastoid muscles. So you're going to shut off the sternocleidomastoids by reducing the compensation in the mid-back first, by using serratus anterior to pull your rib cage backwards between your shoulder blades, and then secondarily you're going to use levator scapulae to pull back the cervical spine over the mid-back, which is in the right backwards position. All right, so that's it for today's video. Thanks a lot for watching. Hopefully that made sense, and I'll see you next time. Peace.